You're watching Kate Goes Tech, and we're discussing the future of philanthropy. Many people know about DiCaprio's efforts on environmentalism, doing the documentary and trying to save the planet however he can. Melinda Gates is very much focused on girls' education. George Soros is working on building civil societies throughout the world, especially in Eastern European and Central Asian countries. Not many of our viewers, however, would know that apart from being a crypto and blockchain celebrity, Calvin Ayre is also a devout philanthropist. Ayre Foundation is operating in 8 countries as of now. Calvin, can you tell us more about the choices behind the activities the organization is involved with and what dictated those choices?
Early on, I started doing a lot of education-based stuff, sort of on the premise of teaching someone how to fish being better than giving them fish.
Sure.
More recently, I've done other things. I've got involved in hurricane relief, and I now have adopted a handicapped children's hospital in my now home country of Antigua, adopted home country. And because it's such a small society there, of course, a lot of stuff comes to me. Just in general, I have a steady inflow of people with requests, and I cherry pick them. For instance, we had a hurricane a couple years ago, and it really flattened the northern island of Barbuda, and I helped at the time with emergency hurricane relief. But there's still about 40 families that are still living in tents. So actually, Prince Charles of the UK, yeah. Him and I have a joint venture where we're working together in Barbuda to build homes for people in Barbuda, the last of the people that haven't gotten themselves back into homes.
Oh, for those that were affected by hurricanes,
correct.
Right?
Yeah, so hurricane relief in Barbuda. And I do a lot of, sports stuff. I've sponsored a lot of the sporting teams. I do scholarships for gifted children from poor families to get into private school. And I bought a decompression chamber for the island because a few people died that were the fishermen diving, and there's a tourism industry, and there's been a few accidents with tourists as well. So I just basically trying to be a good citizen, and it all ties back to my philosophy that I believe everyone that's been successful in life has a duty to give back. Yeah. And I'm hoping that when I get finished my current mission of making sure that the entire world understands the benefits to global society of a massively scaling Bitcoin blockchain like BSV, that I will be able to get more seriously into charities and whatnot. And I would like to get more involved in fighting against the problems caused by overpopulation, such as pollution. Sure. I think pollution is a serious problem, and I believe it's one that we can all agree on, because climate change has been so politicized now that the second you start talking about climate change, it turns into a political fight. I don't believe anybody can argue against trying to stop pollution. So, place to start.
You're very right about climate change, and there are always various camps of people who are, of course, very much advocating our involvement in trying to recycle and use paper straws and do whatever and lobby government, of course, like Extinction Rebellion. So what is your overall view on the climate change discussion, as well as some actors involved in this debate?
I think that if we talk about pollution and sustainability, like not over harvesting our planet, that's something that we can all get behind. I think the second you start talking about it from a climate change perspective, it starts to become political. And I believe the fact that it's been politicized is actually economic reasons. I believe the big oil industries who have so much power all over the world, the oil addiction I call it, or coal addiction, I believe that that's the main driver. I don't believe it has to be political. I think if you took all the money out of it, it wouldn't be political. But I think it's the established energy sector right now that's fighting against this and has made it political. But they are also the same ones that are driving a lot of the pollution and the lack of sustainability. So it kind of is the same thing, but I think if you frame it as this being about pollution and sustainability, that most people can get behind it.